so I can see them up in the air, just like you don't care.
Reach for the sky.
Oh, yeah, and Your Hopes and Dreams.
No, well, like Toy Story.
Oh, I've never watched that. So we went over this recently.
Hey,
welcome back to episode 8.
7.
8.
8. It's episode 8.
It's episode 8.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, this is the most amount of episodes that we've done in a season because our first season was 8 episodes. This one's 8 episodes. So anything
we're gonna do more
after this one is like uncharted territory.
That's
like
fun.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna get up to?
So many things.
So many things.
Well, let's start with the fact that you haven't seen Toy Story because.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, at a certain point, I understand. Like, if you've never seen it, you're just not gonna see it.
Okay, the thing is, I've seen bits and pieces.
Yeah, I just feel like as a kid, it's played so much.
Yeah, it was like played on, like the bus when we're going on like field trips and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, what movie was played a lot on the bus? Was like, that movie Aquamarine with the mermaid?
Yes.
Yeah, that was played all the time on the bus. Anyway, besides the point.
Mine was the Aristocats.
Okay, yeah. See, I've never seen that, but I've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, or Fantasia 2000.
Okay.
My music teacher had Fantasia 2000.
Nice.
And she played it for us all the time.
Nice.
And when we didn't want to do anything, she would just play Fantasia 2000.
Love it. No, that's perfect.
As we get older, I've noticed that teachers are like real people. Obviously.
Unfortunately, yeah.
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 So.
Oh my God! Did you see who our new Secretary of Education, or Education Secretary is?
Oh, the WWE person?
Yeah. What the freak is that about?
Former CEO of WWE is the Education Secretary.
Anyway,
she won't have a job for much longer.
Well,
he's just taking more jobs away from women.
Stop it.
Anyways, like I said, there's not a whole lot of ways that you can see teachers nowadays because like they're real people now.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
People are studying to be teachers now, and like we're seeing them and we're friends with them.
So weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird. I can't imagine doing that.
Like, what happens? Like, I was thinking, like, when teachers show movies, like, it's because like they don't want to teach.
Yeah, it's just like just watch the movie. Except, oh my God, in 5th grade in Spanish class, we did like a Harry Potter unit.
Oh, cool.
Where we watched Harry Potter in Spanish, and then we had to like recreate scenes of Harry Potter in Spanish. It was so weird.
Es leviosa. No es leviosa.
So bad. Also, because in the movie, like, his name is not Harry, it's Enrique. So it's like
what?
Enrique Potter.
But Potter's the same.
Oh, yeah, of course. Duh. Yeah, I don't really know what that was about.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, that was such a sidetrack, but
yeah,
I had a flashback.
But that's the thing. Like, teachers show movies all the time for units.
For units. I had a Hamilton unit in 11th grade.
I mean, I'm gonna do that if I'm ever a teacher.
Yeah, in my American history.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah, we watched Hamilton.
Oh, you watched?
We watched the entire thing. It was on
Disney Plus. Yeah.
Yeah, and then some of my assignments were to do like song analysis, lyrics. Yeah, it was so
Tell
weird.
me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this.
And
what is that about?
What do you think that means? Let's analyze that. Yeah.
Sex.
What?
Whoa.
Who said that?
Who said that? Anyways, I can only imagine, like, what if a teacher like gets super hungover because they got like messed up the night before? Like, that probably happens.
That's
good. Not good teachers, but like
that's when the movies come out. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being hungover. Just that's when the movies come out.
Sure.
And that's okay.
Sure. It's very Abbott Elementary.
I have to watch that.
I feel like, I mean, you're just gonna love it.
I would love it. No, I know that. I trust.
The funny thing is that it's like, I mean, it's not super relatable to me, like a underfunded, primarily Black student school. But like, I went to public school, and a lot of the stuff that they talk about, like, it's really like, I understand it, especially because my mom was on the board of education, and she had to like run all this. Yeah. So like,
oh, that's funny.
No, it's really interesting. They got it right.
I gotta download it for the plane. Yes. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Well, we already did our Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah. But for us,
Thanksgiving is next week.
Yeah, a week from today.
And that's good. It's great.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited to leave.
Yeah, to get out.
I think I need to get out.
You're like,
no offense, but I need to leave. Flee the facility.
Flee the facility. Get out of here. No, I know. And like, we're only going to be gone for a couple days, but then we only come back for like 1 or 2 weeks, and then we're gone again.
That's it. So, like,
it is
I leave on the 17th after I get back on the 1st.
Yeah.
And then I have 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. No, I mean,
So
we have
that's
1 week
crazy.
of classes too, which is nice. So thank God.
Well, it's nice until you have finals.
I don't want to talk about my final, my singular final.
I have a 4-show weekend for the Abbeys.
Yeah.
And then the weekend after is study period, finals, pitch night, a mixer with the Jackson Jills. On the same night as pitch night, somebody's like, we should let them pitch songs with us. It's like, no, they shouldn't. I have the Secret Santa then.
Okay.
So.
You do Secret Santa?
In the Dear Abbeys, yeah.
Secret Snowflake is what we had to call it. Hashtag inclusivity.
Do you think that anybody who doesn't celebrate Christmas is like, fuck? Like, because the concept of Santa is like somebody who brings gifts. You don't have to believe in Santa to like know what Santa means.
I think it's just more about representation. I don't know.
What, you're calling me a snowflake?
Secret Snowflake. Yeah. Or Secret Snowman. You could do that too.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I'm excited. I'm excited for Thanksgiving break. My break, I feel like, starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because
after the weekend. And then
I don't
you're not
have
going
any
to
classes.
class. Yeah.
Yeah, because all my classes got canceled. All the ones that I typically have to go to.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Well, my friend is coming this weekend.
That's so exciting.
So it's cool. We have stuff planned here and there, but I don't know how much of it is going to be planned because he's staying at my friend's house, which is actually making it a lot easier for me that I don't have to like prep anything. But it's good, you know. It's just that it means that my weekend of homework is going to be a little bit more stressful.
Yeah.
Because I really just need to lock in.
What do you have
for one more weekend? I have a full stat problem set.
Okay.
I have my final project for CM 180.
Oh yeah, I'm finishing that today. We're starting and finishing that today. Like we're okay,
well,
we're going.
We split it up really well, but I encouraged all of my teammates who were not there in class, and I was the only one. I was like, hey, let's just try to get this done by Monday.
Yeah.
So that way, I'll submit it. Don't even worry about that. But like, I don't want to worry about it once I'm home. So like, if we all get it done Monday, then it's great. And they
also,
agreed.
it's due on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So like, you should have it done.
You should have
Monday
it done
or Tuesday.
Yeah. So that's good. And then I have, I'm filming a movie. I'm directing and producing a movie by myself, which is a little difficult, but fuck it, we ball. It's gonna be really cool. I think it'll end up really good. And there's probably another thing somewhere. Oh, my final profile assignment for Com 201, and I'm profiling the one and only Will Hanley the Manly, who has given me jobs on many occasions. So this is. And he's actually doing me a favor by being my subject.
That's exciting. It's so fun. When's that due?
Yeah. 25th is the first draft. That's Monday.
God, okay. So
I have to have like supplementary professors and citations and stuff. I need their quotes too, and I'm not going to be able to reach out to a journalism professor by tomorrow.
No, exactly.
So my first draft will only have one expert, and he's just gonna have to be okay like that.
Yeah, whatever.
My final draft will have both.
Is your first draft isn't graded, right? So
my first draft is not graded. It's just based on like I'm just gonna tell him like I could not get an interview fast enough.
The turnaround time is too slow.
Right after this, basically, I'm gonna email a couple journalism professors that Will had encouraged me to do, and I'll ask if they're free on Friday or Monday.
Okay. Super fun. Super exciting.
Super fun, super chill, super lit. LOL. Lit crazy movie.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Happy not World Mental Health Day.
No, guys. It's December 5th when you're seeing this. So we looked up what holidays are celebrated on December 5th. So some of the big ones it was World Soil Day. So
that's good.
Plants.
Happy Soil Day.
Yeah, happy plants. I don't know.
Give your plants the best stuff.
It was also National Talk to Your Kid Day.
Communicate with your kid.
I mean, yeah, sorry. And as you know,
it's not just talking.
No, you got to really communicate. So, like, because we're in the College of Communication.
Yeah, it really speaks to us.
Yeah, this is a very important
day.
Exactly. So
this is another Playdate PSA.
Oh.
Talk to your kids today.
Communicate.
Communicate with your kids today.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be through talking.
It's really important.
It could be through
text, I guess. If you need a day to text your kids, that's probably a different story, but
you know.
You get the vibes.
Yeah. Communicate with your kids. Better yet, talk to your kids.
Try. Yeah.
God, what
I don't know
else?
how many bad parents we have listening, but
That would be crazy.
that would be actually you guys don't need to.
If you are a bad parent, comment down below. We want to know.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that would be a good number to have.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What else? It's just December, really.
Like, it is December, and even though we're in November, it does still feel like December.
Yeah, I know. Today
it's getting cold.
I know, and it's snowing in places today.
Whoa.
I know, not here. It's just raining here, but there's some snow happening.
Wow.
Around these parts.
Like, around these parts.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for snow.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy a good snow.
Oh, I love snow.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's wonderful. It's amazing, really. Oh my gosh.
No, it's good. No, it's.
I feel like it hasn't rained in a really long time.
Yeah, this is the first. This is the first rain that we're getting in a very, very long time.
Like almost
the plants needed this.
Happy World Soil Day. The plants needed this, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I woke up this morning and it was gray outside, and it like last year was gray all the time. I feel like that was very common, but it like really struck me. I was like, wow, it hasn't been gray in a long time.
Yeah.
God, I thought I lost my umbrella. I could not find it, and oh my God, I bought this umbrella this semester. It was in my backpack the whole time, but I spent a good like 20 minutes circling this tiny room, my half of the room too. So not.
Oh no, because you don't think Allie stole it?
I mean, she has her own umbrella. She bought 2 of them, and I gave me one. That's like and then I paid her back, obviously. But so she has her own. Actually, the receipt to the umbrellas is in that lamp right over there.
So, that's the receipt.
Yeah.
Why is that there?
She says it helps dim the light because it's too much if the receipt.
Sure, I get that.
But I just I chuckle that it's a receipt personally and not a piece of paper. She just shoved a receipt into her lamp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God, what's your favorite food, Matty?
It's so hard. I mean, right now it's pumpkin bread because it's the fall. But if you ask me in the spring, I'm not going to say pumpkin bread.
What are you going to say?
It's going to be Whole Foods mini bake-it-yourself chocolate croissants.
Okay. That was oddly specific. I was just going to say like pasta.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, no, I feel like the seasonal is good. I mean, I haven't been having a lot of pasta since being at college. Like,
it's limited.
It's limited because it's not good in the dining halls. Like, I don't even consider myself very picky with pasta at all, but like, it's bad in the dining halls. Yeah. I would say, like, the sauce is weird. I don't know. Just odd. But I'm excited. I'm getting pasta on Monday.
Yeah, that's good.
Super exciting.
All right. So for today, because it's the holiday season.
It's December.
It's December.
Happy December.
We are going to be reading terrible Christmas stories
Grinch.
Of terrible events at Christmas.
Happy Grinch.
I'm just going to start. You ready?
Yeah.
At age 14, I was really into being goth with a heavy dose of teenage angst.
Sure.
My wardrobe was almost exclusively black with a smattering of purple. My go-to bands at the time were Blink-182 and the Sisters of Mercy. All my extended family knew how I was, and if they asked what I wanted for Christmas, I would always say I would prefer a gift card or anything black. My uncle's awful wife and daughter were my opposite.
There's no bias in this story whatsoever.
They were completely high maintenance and obsessed with fashion and having perfect hair and makeup. They hated admitting that they were related to me and were mad that my parents weren't too bothered by my lifestyle. One Christmas, they bought me bright pink silk pajamas, merch for the band Take That, and hair dye remover to get rid of the black dye in my hair.
Oh my God.
Everyone burst out laughing when they saw my gifts. It was incredibly rude and ungrateful at the time. I handed the gifts back to them.
I would do so too.
Who they bought them for because it obviously wasn't me, even though they insisted that it was. Nowadays, I'm just a lot more grateful when I'm accepting gifts, even if I don't like them.
I would be.
That's not the moral of the story.
No, you're fine. I feel like that's fine. Because what? You're like 14. You're a teenager. Like, yeah, okay, be grateful for your gifts. But if they're actively trying to change who you are through gifts, like, what the fuck kind of person does that?
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I also like
hair dye removal.
Yeah, God, I also like how this person said like my uncle and his horrible wife and kids. I was like, oh, okay, the uncle's fine, but the wife and kids.
The uncle's a great guy. Yeah, he just married a bitch.
And your cousin,
a happy, smiling bitch.
But why would you do that? Why? I thought the goal of Christmas is to give people what they want. Like, why are you actively trying to change?
She asked for gift card or something black.
I feel like
that's
so easy.
So easy.
So easy. Not even a gift card to like, I don't know, like
you know, ready for this?
Legoland.
Black gift card.
What?
Plenty of companies do black gift cards.
Or like a Hot Topic gift card. I'm sure this child would have loved that.
Sure.
You know?
You want to read the next one?
I'm scared, but yeah, okay. Okay. First Christmas Eve in our new house, I opened the freezer to find red runny goo all over the bottom. I realized the cherry pie had been stored upside down and the freezer wasn't working. As I was cleaning up the mess, I got a call saying our dog got out of the yard. I ran in my PJs and flip-flops over half a mile to get our dog, who had rolled in something dead and who I had to carry back home. Pause. What do you mean rolled in something dead?
Obviously, there's a dead raccoon. He was sniffing in it and then rolled around in it and then kept running.
Sure, yeah. When I got back, there was smoke coming from the oven. I had forgotten to turn off the special Christmas bread my husband's family makes each year. It was burnt. No shit. I opened all the doors and aired out the house as the smoke alarm blared. All of this before 9 a.m. on Christmas Eve. I decided to go back to bed and start over.
Wow.
That's rough.
Oof.
That's just really the series of events. Like, first of all, where is your husband in all of this? Second of all, like, why couldn't he, like, get the dog? Or why couldn't he, like, you know, if he's in the house and a smoke alarm starts going off, does he not think that maybe he should turn that off? Maybe he should check on the thing that's smoking? Whatever. A lot going wrong. Also, how do you store a pie upside down is my question.
You put it upside down.
But, like, isn't there a tin on the bottom? Don't you, like, if you stored it upside down, wouldn't you be like, oh, that's upside down and flip it over?
I think so.
Hands up.
I don't think it was really thought through.
I guess apparently not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's your worst holiday story?
I feel like I don't have that many. I don't know. That is good.
I have one. Mm-hmm. My cousin was 4 years old and he had like croup cough during the night and had to go to the hospital on Christmas Eve at 1 a.m. And then he came back and we were like, "What's up, Ben?" And he was like, I got sick. And then he was like falling asleep when we were opening gifts on the tree.
See, this was me, but I was the child with croup.
I had croup twice.
Yeah, me too. Both in Indiana, though. Like,
oh no.
Yeah. So, but that was okay. I went to the Peyton Manning Children's Hospital.
That's what it's called.
Yes, that's what it's called. Because Colts, like the Colts.
Well, yeah.
They opened a hospital in Indiana, like a children's hospital. So yeah, went there. But my mom was also like, she's a doctor, so like she was just kind of like, yeah, like no one was freaking out, and I was like, I can't breathe, and she's like, you're fine, and then we went to the ER. Yeah.
I think you said it like that too.
Yeah. Me at age 5 was just like, can't breathe.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no. But I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah. I just feel like there are so many bad stories.
What?
No, like
with you? Your
family?
No.
Like online.
Oh, online.
Christmas is so easy to go wrong.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because it's so stressful and it's so high stakes.
I feel like I'm very lucky that like no one in my family is very like politically polarized. Like everyone's like mostly like everyone is Democratic, and then there's like different ranges. On that. But I feel like it could go really bad, like politically. You know what I mean?
You ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm locked in.
My birthday is 7 days after Christmas. For Christmas,
my god, my birthday's 9 days after Christmas.
Wow, it's literally you.
Yeah, literally me.
For Christmas, I was given a card.
Wait, her birthday's on New Year's? Okay.
Yes, maybe the 2nd. Maybe 7 full days after.
That would be 8 then.
I know.
Okay.
Saved inside was 10 quarters. All it says was Grandma. No Merry Christmas, no Love Grandma. Just 10 quarters, Grandma. 7 days later, for my 18th birthday, I received another card from my grandmother. In fact, it was the same card. Obviously part of a box of 20 or so.
Oh. Inside,
10 more quarters.
My God.
Total given to me for Christmas and my birthday, $5 in quarters.
Oh.
Fine.
That's it? Oh, okay.
She's elderly, I think. Maybe she can't afford lavish gifts. Nope. My little sister got a Barbie dream house for Christmas.
Oh.
My 5-year-old cousin got a brand new PS2. That was the year that they came out. Nope. I was shafted. Then to add more insult to injury, when my cousin broke the PS2 by pouring a juice box into it and shoving a cookie into the disc reader, she bought him a new one for his birthday in February.
Absolutely not. Oh, I would get violent. This poor girl, she's
how to
not the favorite.
How to know you're not the favorite 101.
Literally.
Oh my, what do you have to do to get treated that badly?
Yeah, like what did you do? 10 quarters? Is that what she got each for her
20.
birthday?
20 in total.
$5.
Because
you can't say anything.
No.
You can't say anything. Just like, thank you for the quarters. I would be gagged. I would talk to my parents.
That better be some kind of like fake shit.
Yeah. Like it turns out.
Am I being punked?
Yeah, or these are like special quarters. If you sell them, they're worth like a lot.
Yeah,
more
they're
money.
like from 1900.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh
my God, her sister got a Barbie dream house, and her cousin got a brand new.
Two brand new.
Oh yeah,
PS2s.
2 brand new PS2s.
That's
because he shoved a cookie in the disc reader. I mean, if you're that young that you're doing that, you shouldn't be given a PS2.
Yeah, I agree. Also, where are the parents in all of these stories?
Now, nowhere to be seen.
Like, so I feel like, okay, because like my parents are like my parents, and then like anytime my grandparents need to like know what to get me or
they
my
ask
sister,
my parents.
They ask my parents.
Yeah.
So like, what is like? Did the parents were just like, oh yeah, this child deserves 10 quarters. Like, God, maybe you should have a conversation with your parents about that. Be like, hey, is she going like senile? Like, why am I getting quarters? You know?
Yeah. That one is really bad.
Yeah.
Last little funny Christmas story. My sister and I stayed up really late Christmas Eve. We removed all of our youngest brother's presents from under the tree, and we emptied his stocking.
That's really funny.
We stored all the presents behind the couch. We put all of his stocking stuffers in a bag. He was like 8 years old.
Oh, this is so good.
We meticulously wrapped and put bows on boxes to him. We filled them with charcoal briquettes and Q-tips. I can't remember why we chose the Q-tips.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a little random.
On Christmas morning, he got to go first because he was the youngest. He tore into his box and his face dropped.
Oh!
He went out of turn and ripped open another present, number 2, also coal and Q-tips. He ran into the other room where the stockings were and dumped his out. It was a plastic bag full of charcoal and Q-tips.
Oh, that's so good.
He lost it. My parents had no idea what we'd done. I think my dad was ready to just beat us for ruining Christmas. But my brother finally got it together. We showed him where he stashed all his toys, where he put his stocking contents. He was happy as hell after that. To this day, probably 25 years later, I still get called the Christmas Grinch by my whole family.
No!
Everyone conveniently forgets how complicit my sister was in this. Those presents didn't wrap themselves, and I suck at wrapping. The end.
That was good.
That's good.
I really like that. My parents would kill me if I did that to my sister.
I wish I could do something. My brother would kill me. My brother would do it himself.
Would he?
Yeah.
Oh my God. My parents are so
take a knife.
Protective of her. Like anything I do like slightly that like makes her a little upset. Like
younger sibling. Yeah.
Fucking younger angels or whatever. But like even if I do like obviously when I'm younger, I guess it makes sense if they got mad at me for like, you know, like pushing her buttons. Because like, yeah, okay, she's like 4 and I'm 8, like they're trying to teach me like good things. But they get mad at me now and she's 16 and she'll like be dramatic. She'll be like, that really hurt my feelings. Like what my parents would be like, Marina, like why would you do that to her? I'm like, God, leave me alone. Like she's literally 16.
Leave me alone, God.
I don't know. I feel like if I did that now, like I would actually get in trouble. And I'm like, why? Like get out of town. That's so funny.
I was once on a gondola and like an in-air gondola alone with my brother.
Oh, this is good.
And
is he scared of heights?
He's not scared of heights. Okay. In fact, I'm probably more scared of heights than he is. Okay. Just a bit.
Okay.
Because it's like
you're in the sky.
Yeah. That's a different story. He said a fact. It was like, I think the gondola doesn't go over this because they can't like go over the thing. Can't go over the part. And I was like, well, what are you talking about? Of course it goes over. Like we turn, but we turn like outside of it. And he's like, no, I really kind of forget what the argument was about, but like it's just kind of like we're turning this way. No, we're turning this way. Yeah. And then I got so mad, then like I really punched him hard.
Why did you do that?
When we were alone in the gondola.
Violence is never the answer, Matthew James.
And then he was right.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so humbling.
So not only did I punch him, and I felt really bad for that after.
Yeah, you just punched your brother.
Because now he can punch me back, and it hurts just as much because he's like a almost full grown man now. But he was right.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Right?
That's so bad.
So bad.
Oh my God, yeah. My sister and I didn't really get into physical fights. If we did, she started it. I will stand on that hill.
Okay.
Because I didn't like that was never something that occurred to me. Dude, but there was times where she would like scratch me because she likes to have her nails really long.
My
like,
brother would
"God,
do
don't be a
nail
cat."
marks. He
Yeah.
would just stick his nail into your hand or something.
Oh my god, did your family get like physically violent over like card games and like board games?
My brother would.
And my sister would too. Like our Uno deck is shredded because she would, like if she lost, she like because okay, I was really good at card games. I'm 3.5 years older than her, so like. But like, oh my god, there was this game we had to play like hands down, and so like you would hit like something, and then whoever was on the bottom like won the point or whatever.
Yeah, I know it.
And I was really good because also like I did gymnastics, so my reflexes were fast.
Sure. Yeah.
And so I won like every single time. And with Uno, also I was like 3.5 years older than her, so like I won Uno every time. But anytime I would win, she would take the card I won with and like tear it up. And so I would tape them back together. But our Uno deck is like it has a lot of tape together.
My brother was a terrible sport.
Yeah, same. And not me, it's my sister.
Because like
I was also a terrible sport when I won though.
We kept winning.
Yeah.
Like when you have an older sibling, you keep winning.
Yeah.
Because you're just smarter.
Yeah.
Because
you're older.
Like it's just how it works. Mm-hmm. So there would be a couple of times when we play Clue.
Clue was such a big one.
Clue's really bad.
I loved Clue.
He would like deliberately try to cheat, and then when we catch him, he's like, "No, I'm not doing anything."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then if like me or my dad or my mom won, he would like flip it.
Yeah, literally that happened all the time. Like we had to stop playing family games because my sister would like get so angry anytime anyone specifically anytime I won, but like really anytime like anyone else won besides her, and she never won. She was like what, like 4 years old, like 6, something like that. Yeah, younger siblings are so weird.
Yeah, because I mean, at the same time, it's like it's weird because like we are older siblings. We're never gonna know what it's like to be a younger sibling.
But, sorry, older siblings are just way better.
Yeah,
yeah, like that's not a question.
Do you think that you can tell if somebody's a younger sibling?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I don't think I'm very good at it.
You really?
No.
Well, really? Oh my god, I think. Oh my gosh. Well, it's like. It's different. It depends on if like the person has an older sister or brother, and it also depends on like what the gender of the person is. Because it's like I feel like there's a very big difference between like let's say like an older sister with an older brother, and older sister with an older sister. It's like very obvious. You know what I mean? Like they're different. Only children you can spot too.
Yeah.
Those. Yeah.
I thought Allie was an only child, but she basically is because she's a twin.
Yeah, she's a twin, and it's a twin brother, so it's like, it's different.
It like bounces and stuff.
Yeah, because she's like technically the older sibling, but also like that's
she's not.
No, she's not. Yeah, she's a twin. Yeah.
I imagine learning if you're a twin that you're not the oldest. That's gonna when you're like 4 years old. It's like who's older, and your mom is when you're like, well, she is.
Yeah.
Your whole life is like just drops because you thought you were the same age, which you are, but like for a kid that's gonna be devastating. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that's right. Do you feel like you give older brother?
Oh yeah. Right, don't I?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you give older brother to a younger brother.
Yes.
Yeah, which is what you are, but yeah.
Because I'm type A and I'm a little bit controlling and I want things to go my way.
Yeah.
And I have had to deal with a lot of shit in the past. So I'm actually quite good with dealing with other things. So
no, that makes sense.
You've always been an older sister. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, knowing you, having a younger sister obviously makes sense, but I could say it could be either.
That me younger.
You could have been an older sibling to either a brother or a sister.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah. I think
because I actually think that gender dynamics didn't totally come into play with you and your sister a whole lot.
Yeah, it came into play in weird ways.
Okay.
Because like I do think it's not like the stereotypical like older sister, younger sister type thing. But it is different than like if I had a younger brother. Yeah. But I think like gender dynamics was not as big of a thing with me and my sister.
Yes, and the reason why I say that is because you went to an all-girls school.
Exactly. Like,
so like the people that you interacted with, it was all girls. It's not like you interacted with boys. Like, it's not that you had to like that you had the opportunity to like differ the two.
Exactly.
It was just like all girls, so that's what you grew up knowing. So
yeah, I agree. No, I agree with
it's
that.
interesting.
But oh my gosh, Alex is interesting to me because he's a younger brother.
He gives younger brother.
He does give younger brother, but not at first.
Not at first,
but
yeah.
Once you get to know him, it's like, oh.
Possibly
okay, yeah,
only child at first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He gives you don't quite know.
I don't think he would be an older brother because he's so soft-spoken.
No, yeah. No,
but I could imagine only child, and then when he was like, I have an older sister, 4 years older than me, we didn't totally talk much. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Interesting. Oh my God. I like this conversation.
This is a good conversation.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But I just think like older siblings are just better. The dynamic is just way better when you're older.
It's easier. And
it's harder though.
It's easier from like a knowing things perspective. Yeah. It's harder from like, since you already know things, they give more attention to your younger sibling. So
boring, lame.
Although now that we're in college, I don't know if you felt this, but I've definitely been getting a little bit more attention.
I'm getting more love when I go home.
When I go home.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. No, I agree.
And I think it's because I don't know what it is. Right now, my parents have been calling me all the time. Now, leave that to me to make it a bad thing. I love my parents, and I'm glad that they call me. But every time that they do, I am more and more concerned that something is going on with them.
Yeah.
That they're A, calling me so much, or B, there's something going on. That every time I pick up the phone, it's like, hey, are you okay? Like, I'm in rehearsal. No, something like that, where I'm like, what? Like, I think it's perfectly normal to talk to your parents every other day, maybe twice a week. Really? That's kind of like what I'm at.
Okay.
My mom, if I don't speak to her or text her throughout the day, she will text me at night that day and be like, just checking in, making sure you're okay. I'm like, I'm fine.
Are you fine?
I'm actually great, by the way. I haven't talked to you all day. I talked to you last night.
Yeah.
24 hours ago. So
that's new though, right?
It is new.
Yeah.
Because it didn't totally happen freshman year.
Yeah.
I'm more nervous this year than I am last year. Maybe last year it was kicking in and now it's settled.
Yeah.
That like they have a kid in college.
Yeah. That is wild. No, my parents and I don't really talk when I'm at college, but my dad has been texting me more, which is like fun. But like we never call, which is like I'm totally fine with that. Like I'm like good. But when they do call me, which has happened like it hasn't happened this year, but it happened like once or twice last year. It's always something bad. But they started off as like just checking in, and I'm like, okay, and then they like immediately drop really bad news, and I was like, God, like why is you calling a sign that something really bad happened?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
No, yeah, you don't want that associated.
Yeah, no, like oh my God, but it's just weird. But I think like like when I go home, I get more like more love. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I totally get it. I totally get it. Like this week. Even my brother.
Yeah.
He texted me. He's like, "What do you want for dinner when you get back?" I was like, "Really?
Really? I get to choose."
And I said, "Can you make steak?" And he was like, "Yeah, I can." I was like,
"Dad, that's crazy." Oh my God. My sister, she called me the other day.
Whoa.
And I was like, whoa, because we never talked. So I was like,
I barely. Like, I text my brother, but like I don't call him.
I don't really. I text her TikTok sometimes, like maybe like once every 2 weeks.
Instagram Reels,
like, yeah, like nothing really. And she called me, and I was like, "Hello." She's like, "Yeah, like I'm bored. Do you have any drama going on?" She just like was bored. I was like, "That is so weird. Like we've never had that kind of relationship ever." So I'm like, maybe she's getting older. Like
that's crazy. That's funny.
Yeah, I was like gagged.
My brother barely tells me anything. Like I know he's alive because he sends me the worst Instagram reels.
Yeah.
But the other day I was on the phone with him and I was like, "Oh, by the way, this was like 2 weeks ago. Are you like you're not still together with that girlfriend you had over the summer, right?" He's like, "No, we broke up in like August." August? I left like August 25th. So there were 6 days in which they broke up and he didn't tell me.
That's really funny, actually.
It takes one text.
One text. That's all it takes, really. No, I don't know. That's funny.
His new favorite movie is Borat.
Okay. He's evolving.
And it's my fault.
Why?
Because I showed it to him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And now he quotes it all the time.
Oh my God.
And it is really funny, but like it's not that funny.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
So he is really into that. He sends me a lot of Instagram reels about Borat.
That's good.
And it's my fault. I created a monster.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you didn't have a younger brother, what other sibling?
Older sister.
You wanted older
1000%.
sister? Okay.
I always wanted an older sister growing up. I was like, this is a person.
Did you want to be the middle child? or you just wanted to get rid of your younger brother and like have an older sister?
I wasn't really thinking about it that way.
Okay.
I was just thinking like, what would it be like if I had an older sister?
Okay.
So I think maybe not my younger brother. Like maybe he wouldn't be in the picture, but
Yeah,
sometimes
'cause
he
you don't want
was.
to be a middle child.
Sometimes he was. Who knows?
Who?
Maybe I wanted to be a middle child.
Okay,
Sometimes
yeah.
he wasn't my thoughts about this whole thing.
Okay.
But I wanted an older sister, and there's this one babysitter I had who was like 4 years older than me,
Yeah.
and she was amazing.
Yeah.
She like told me everything about high school.
Yeah.
She told me like all this drama that she had and like
Yeah.
her boyfriend, and I
Yeah.
was like, this is awesome. And I was, if you can't tell, I'm a very dramatic person, so you can imagine I was a very dramatic kid.
Yeah.
Shocker, I know. So whenever there was drama, I was like, I want to hear all about it now.
You remind me a lot of my sister sometimes. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's good.
Based on what you told me now.
What? Oh, she just had some anger issues when she was younger. She's getting that sorted out. No worries. Oh my God.
Oh, I mean, my younger siblings' anger issues came from the learning disability.
That's so
and
relatable.
that's and I think it's part of it is just like if older siblings don't have learning disabilities, it's just not looked at enough in the younger sibling, which then leads them to feel underrepresented in their family, and they don't know how to do things. Then it develops anger issues over time.
She's had a lot of like regulation, you know, whatever.
But yeah, but that's our family.
Hashtag
Look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know what I learned?
What?
Younger kids, when they do a phone hand signal,
like that, right?
They go like this.
Yeah.
We're one of the only last like years, like 05 is one of the last years that does this.
Can we talk about how good 05 is? Like,
dude, 05 is like one of the best years.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Because it's perfect. It's 5.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
5.
My birthday is 135. Perfect.
That's good.
Might I say. My sister's also 8/11/8, which isn't that cool? Like our birthdays are good. My mom is like 4/3.
You know what's weird though? Like we look back at like the 2000s. It doesn't make sense that we lived in that era because well, one, we don't remember it.
I agree.
But it's like that wasn't us.
Yeah, no, that's like no.
Which makes sense, but at the same time,
I feel like I was also like very disconnected from anything that was happening until I was like 10 years old. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't watch like TV shows. Like I didn't have access to the internet and stuff like that. And like I didn't really until I got my laptop in 6th grade because then I had like, you know, I had a way to do that.
And it's crazy to get a laptop in 6th grade.
The school mandated that.
Oh.
Like the parents buy it that year for 6th grade and then the school does a group order. And you get it. It's like a big thing in 6th grade, like one of the first days.
Yeah.
You get a laptop, whatever. My parents were not happy about that. Because also not only is the school mandating that your child gets a laptop, the parents have to buy the laptop for the child.
Ooh,
and the school decides the model. The school decides, like, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just have to buy whatever they say and you have to do it.
Yeah.
That makes sense that your parents weren't very happy about that.
Because they're very anti-technology too. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
But
my parents were not.
They weren't.
They tried to be.
Yeah.
And then they started watching the shows that I watched, and they were like, "This is kind of funny."
When did you get a phone?
I was at the end of 5th grade.
End of 5th grade.
When I was going to middle school, because they knew I was going to walk to school.
Yeah, my parents. Yeah, beginning of 7th grade, but that's when I started like going places by myself.
Yeah.
So like.
And by the time I got to 6th grade, every single person had a phone.
I know. I felt like I was one of the last people to get a phone, even though. Thinking about it now, I was literally like 13, 12 years old.
I felt pretty.
Jesus.
I felt pretty.
Early.
Pretty late until I realized that I was actually like quite
middle
of the pack.
Were you like 10?
I was 10.
God damn.
But I don't know, it makes sense. And I did not use my phone that much when I was 10. I texted people. I didn't have social media until I was 13.
Exactly.
So I had my phone, but like barely did anything on it. Like
my parents put restrictions on my phone, even FaceTime. They restricted FaceTime, and I was like,
you can't be talking to people.
No, none of that. But then I found ways to get around the restrictions. So.
Yeah. Wow. And now I use my phone too much.
Yeah.
So.
You're on my phone.
What? Hey there. Anyways, we're hungry.
Hungry.
We need some lunch.
Oh shoot! It's past 1.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Peace. Love. Bye bye.
Happy World Soil Day.